Good evening. Tonight, police are learning more about a possible suspect in the disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, thanks to forensic analysis of this video you're looking at, recorded by her doorbell camera. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kadiba Devine. Now, 12 days into the search, the FBI hopes that a new description will help identify the suspect. 12 News journalist Maria Stobbs is live outside of Nancy Guthrie's home. And Maria, what's the latest there?
Well, that's right, Mark Caribe. The FBI is hoping that this new description will help them narrow down the more than 13,000 public tips they've received since Nancy Guthrie was reported missing on February 1st. A new description of the man seen tampering with Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera the night she disappeared. The FBI says he's estimated to be between 5'9" and 5'10", of average build, and wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack backpack.
Somebody's going to say, hey, I know that person.
Retired Phoenix Police Commander Jeffrey Hines says the recovered footage reveals more clues.
He comes with a front holster that is for a revolver. He's got a semi-automatic in it. He's trying to put plants up in front of the camera. Whoever this person is, they're not some trained kidnapper.
He's also seen wearing a ski mask and gloves. The Pima County Sheriff's Office confirms investigators are testing a pair of gloves recovered as evidence.
Making the connection back to the suspect is always going to be a hard thing, but you're still going to do DNA on it. You're going to recover DNA from those gloves, and it gives you another investigative lead to follow up on.
Anyone who lives within a 2-mile radius from Nancy Guthrie's home is now being asked to review their surveillance footage between January 1st and February 2nd and submit any videos of people, cars, and anything out of the ordinary to the Sheriff's Department.
There's pre-planning in anything of this nature. There's pre-planning. You're driving by, you're checking out the scene, you're checking neighbors, you're seeing how many cars drive by this house and how often. There's always going to be pre-work that's done, so that is a fantastic investigative idea.
As investigators work every lead,
this is just going to take some investigative work, but he will be caught.
The Guthrie family is holding on to hope. Today, host Savannah Guthrie sharing this home video and old photograph on Instagram, captioning it, "Our lovely mom. We will never give up on her. Thank you for your prayers and hope." Now, the FBI has upgraded the reward offered in this case from $50,000 to $100,000, and they're asking that if you do have any tips, you contact 1-800-CALL-FBI. We're live in Tucson. Maria Stobbs, 12 News.
All right, Maria, thank you. Developing tonight, the city of Phoenix says that one of its employees died yesterday after being hit by a car inside of a parking garage. The woman has been identified as Phoenix Municipal Court hearing officer Susan Hawkins. Councilwoman Laura Pastor says that Hawkins worked for the city since 1993. Councilwoman Ann O'Brien called it an unimaginable loss. The city says the driver who hit Hawkins was not impaired, and detectives are still investigating.
New video obtained by 12 News shows every moment leading up to the deadly police shooting last month, where officers admit they accidentally killed the wrong person. Police were called out to an active shooter situation near 73rd Avenue and Lower Buckeye Road. A responding officer fired the deadly shot from the street through the open front door and into the home, where it hit Christian Diaz, who was trying to protect his family from the gunman. This is what the officer told a colleague after the shooting.
What we're going on? Dude, I thought he was stabbing him. God.
No, Jason, that's a good shoot, man. That's a good shoot. If I had the shot, I would have done the same thing. You're good, man. You're good.
I got you.
The officer says he thought Diaz, who was on top of the suspect, was stabbing him, leading him to think Diaz was the suspect. The real suspect, 33-year-old Edgar Garcia, is now facing a dozen charges, including felony murder, because of the death of Diaz. His bond has been set at $1 million.
I would just love to see him never see the light of day again.
Tonight, the sister of a Valley man who admitted to attacking his 91-year-old stepfather, killing him, and injuring his 81-year-old mother is speaking with us tonight about this horrible situation. It happened just days before Thanksgiving in Gilbert. 56-year-old Gary Crawford, the victim's stepson, has been arrested and could face the death penalty.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with his sister about the case tonight. Chase, what's she saying?
Well, Mark Caribe, she hopes her brother gets the death penalty, telling me he has a long history of violence to the point where she and her parents were afraid of him.
It's mind-blowing. I knew that he was capable of violence, but I had hoped that this would have not been the case.
Allison Fordham talking about her older brother, Gary Crawford, accused of killing their 91-year-old stepfather, Oscar Kasdorf, with a hammer. Their 81-year-old mother also brutally beat inside their Gilbert home, saying she was there for 3 days lying beside her dead husband before police found them.
I'm just amazed that she's alive. They were surprised that she was alive.
Her injury so severe, Fordham says her mom may never fully recover.
She's going through lots of therapy.
Just days before Thanksgiving, arrest documents claim Kasdorf's daughter called police saying she was supposed to have dinner with her parents, but her dad wasn't answering his phone. Officers arrived and entered through the home's back door, finding Kasdorf dead and his wife severely injured. Blood splattered all over the walls. Police noticed one of the cars was missing and money taken from the victim's accounts. Police tracked the stolen car to Glendale, watching as Crawford got out. He was arrested and reportedly said he snapped and attacked his stepfather and mother with a hammer.
Why did you do this to him? Why did you do this to his family? Why did you do this to us?
While Fordham doesn't know why her brother would attack her parents, she wasn't completely surprised.
He's always had a propensity for violence. He has been a ticking time bomb for a very long time.
Crawford has a lengthy criminal history dating all the way back to 1999 when he was convicted for armed robbery. Court documents write he also has a long history of domestic violence. Recently, in August of 2024, he confronted his girlfriend at the light rail in Tempe, threatening to, quote, kill everybody here before running away from police. He was arrested and charged. The following March, he was arrested again for new domestic violence charges against the same victim. Then, not even a year later, he's facing charges of first-degree murder and attempted murder. Fordham hoping this is the last time he ever causes harm to anyone again.
Putting him as far away from daylight as possible. Never letting him see the light of the day, whether it be the death penalty or whether it be life in prison.
The Maricopa County Attorney's Office has until this May to submit for the death penalty against Crawford. His sister says she will be keeping a close eye on his case as it moves forward. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
It's unbelievable, Chase. All right, thanks. Let's get to our weather impact forecast with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And Linz, parts of the valley could see a little bit of rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a slight chance tomorrow, better chance as we head into next week. We've had persistent, very light showers up in northern Arizona tonight. The clouds have filled in over our heads here, and we're looking at a pretty cloudy day tomorrow. Temperatures not as warm. We will have a lot more dry time than wet, and this chance tomorrow does not mean everyone in the valley will get rain. But if you do, it's going to be about 1/10 of an inch of rain or less. So very light rain totals tomorrow, but highs are going to be noticeably cooler, right around 70 degrees. A better chance for showers up in northern and eastern Arizona tomorrow. So this is a look as we go through the overnight into tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. And you can see some showers up north and to the east of the valley. And then as we go through the afternoon, we can't rule out a midday shower here in Phoenix. Higher coverage in northern and eastern Arizona. Snow levels are going to be at about 8,000 feet. So places like Flagstaff, you're not going to see any snow accumulation tomorrow. By 5 p.m. tomorrow, most of the rain has moved to the east of I-17, and by the weekend, it is out of here, giving way to a completely dry weekend. But our next storm system waiting in the wings for next week, and that's going to be a little bit more potent. Notice the cloud cover in Phoenix tomorrow, pretty much in the 60s, briefly touching 70 with that isolated shower chance. But for the valley, our better chance will be early next week, and I'll have more on that coming up in my full forecast. Caribe?
All right, Lindsay, thanks. A big shakeup ahead of this year's election. Republican Karen Taylor Robson has dropped out of the race for governor. Robson previously ran for governor in 2022, but lost to the Republican primary to Kari Lake. In a statement, Robson said, quote, "We cannot afford a divisive Republican primary that drains resources and turns into months of intra-party attacks." Robson was set to face Congressman Andy Biggs and David Schweikert in the primary this July.
Tonight, West Valley residents weighed in on the proposed State Route 30. The goal is to help reduce traffic on the busy I-10 corridor. The department showed off the first phase of the project, which would span from the Loop 202 to 97th Avenue. The presentation included traffic simulations along with questions from the crowd who were voicing their concerns.
I support it 100%. The influx of new people in Arizona, it just created all this new traffic, and we need better ways of getting to place.
Construction on the first phase of State Route 30 is set to begin in the summer of '27.